Dear friends, I am Ishwar from Singapore. There was a death of an Indian worker in Singapore a few days back on 15 June 2023. One Indian worker by name Mr. Vinoth Kumar from Tamil Nadu, some village in Tamil Nadu. He came to Singapore about 10 months back to work in the construction sector as a construction worker. He was working for about 10 months on a salary of about 800 to 900 per month. He holds a diploma in mechanical engineering from Trichy College. So, on that fateful day on 15th June 2023, he was working in a site in Tanjong Pagar, that is an area in Singapore, that is almost a central business district area. So, there was a demolition work going on in some complex. It is a Fuji Xerox building that they were demolishing. So, this man was posted there. So when the demolition is going on, no, it is, different from construction. While you are constructing, no, there is not much danger compared to demolition, because you are only raising a building from the rudiments. Whereas demolition means if they ask you to demolish a big building like 4-story, 5-story building, then the team will come, they will knock off everywhere and they will use whatever strong equipments they have, and sometimes they bring like Pockline or whatever mechanical instruments also to knock off the building. So this is more dangerous. So when they were knocking off this building, suddenly a very big structure, concrete structure weighing about 10 meters length and 4 meters height, suddenly it collapsed and fell on the ground from the second floor. So there was a huge noise, thud noise. So everybody in the vicinity, they were awakened to the noise and lot of commotion, because people feared, no, when a big structure suddenly collapsed and fell on the ground, they think that some people may be caught inside, and they were accounting for every worker there, and one worker was missing. His name was Mr. Vinoth Kumar. He is 20 years old only, hardly very young man, 20 years old. He was missing. So they were worried, no, that he might be caught in the rubble. So about 30 to 40 experts came who are good in rescue work from the debris. So they came and they sort of tried to remove the rubble one by one, but it was very heavy concrete and they have to bring some specialized equipment to break this concrete, and it took about 6 hours for them to reach this man who was by then dead. They found that he had no pulse and he was dead. So they pulled him out. Almost 6 hours, more than 6 hours it took for them. They even brought the dogs to smell and find out, and some sensor instruments which can detect presence of any humans. So ultimately they found him, but in a dead position. So they brought him out slowly and then took him to the ambulance and then took him to the hospital. Took the body to the hospital for the other formalities. So this man is only 20 years old and has been working in Singapore for about 10 months only. He is a very, very good man. That's what the reports say. He doesn't spend on any other thing in Singapore. Like, many of the workers we see during weekends, they drink. So the salary 900,000 only they are drawing, but every weekends, they will be drinking. So this man doesn't have those bad habits. So every dollar he earns, he sends to India, because his father and mother, they are earning about daily 200, 300 rupees only, and monthly maybe less than 10,000 overall. And he has one younger brother who is 17 years old and studying. So the entire onus on supporting the family falls on this man. So he was a very nice son and he sent every dollar to India, and he has paid 2.5 lakhs as agent commission to come to Singapore and work. So that also he wanted to clear off this debt, because he doesn't like being in debts. So he paid the agent commission every month and he almost cleared 70% of the agent commission. And he was very happy that once he completely clears the agent commission, then that money also he can send to his parents in India. But unfortunately, fate decided otherwise. So now, whenever such incident occurs, no, which results in death of some foreign workers, the government takes a very serious note of it. The Ministry of Manpower, a Building and Construction Authority, Singapore Civil Defence Force, then the National Disaster Management, all these organizations will come into play, and the Ministry of Manpower immediately ordered the contractor or whoever it is, owner of the building, to stop work there. So this is what they do whenever there is an accident in any work site. So they stop all the work, and then they will bring in their own building and construction authority, qualified engineers will be coming, and they will assess the situation before giving the signal to restart the work. So that will take maybe a week or two. And also there is a migrant workers center in Singapore which takes care of the migrant workers working in Singapore. So in such cases like death of a migrant worker in a site accident, they will come into play and they will immediately make some payment to the family. So this time I think they have paid about $10,000 for the initial expenses. So whereby they can arrange to shift the body to India, the whatever the preservation, everything. So they paid $10,000, and subsequently the work injury compensation insurance, which is compulsory, made by the government. So only for this reason they made it. So that all those payments will come to around $2 lakhs for him, 2 lakhs to 2.5 lakhs maybe. So which works out to more than 1 crore in Indian rupees. So that's a very good amount for the family. Of course, nobody can compensate for the loss of this young person. At the age of 20 years only, he lost his life. It's a very, very unfortunate situation. Nobody should, face such a situation in life. And the safety of the workers is of paramount importance to the government here. But unfortunately, the people at this site, they don't follow the standard operating procedure which has been prescribed by the government and the Building and Construction Authority. They just take it lightly and nothing will happen. See, when you enter a site, you're supposed to wear a helmet, you're supposed to have a safety shoes, and you should have proper gloves, and your eyes should be covered with a tinted glass where there is the welding and all. So these are all the precautions. The government makes it compulsory, but sometimes the worker himself or the supervisor or the site supervisor, whoever it is, they don't pay much attention to that. Unfortunately, this is the result we see. Anyway, the final outcome of the investigation will be known after some time. They will find out what is the exact cause for this disaster, and accordingly they will take remedial measures. Meanwhile, they have asked the CEO of this company where he was working, that is Ixon Demolition and Engineering, as well as WOHUB. So these are the two major organizations involved in this work. So they have called the CEO to give a personal explanation for this incident and also the steps they are going to take to prevent it in future. So that much of concern the government shows for the foreign workers in Singapore. So on our part, we can only express our regrets, we can only console the families, and we can only pray to God that the family is given strength to withstand this loss. And may the soul of Vinoth Kumar rest in peace. We will meet in some other video. Thank you very much for watching.